Who is God, really? Most people have a wrong concept of God, because most people read the Bible wrong. They read the Bible with a mindset of, how can I get something from God, rather than what can I do for God? And when you read the Bible with that mindset, you will miss the big picture. So let's talk about who God really is. God is a spirit. He is not a man. He is a spirit. And in order to understand who God is, we must first understand that the Bible is not just a book, it's a library. It's a library with 66 books in it. Now, those 66 books were written over a period of approximately 1,500 years. And there are 66 different authors. And many of those authors had different perspectives, wrote from different perspectives, but they all wrote with one voice. And that one voice says this, that the character of God is love. 1 John 4:2-8. Anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love. 1 John 4:16. And God said, I am the Lord, I am gracious and merciful, slow to anger and abundant in loving kindness and truth. Exodus 34:6. Notice the word truth in there. We often think of God as being just like us, kind of having human emotions. And yes, God is a God of emotions. He has emotions. But the key thing to understand here is that God's emotions are perfect. His love is not based on anything. It's just there. It doesn't wax and wane depending on how you feel or what you do. It doesn't. God's love is a constant love. It is an unconditional love. It is a love that is always there for you, no matter what you do. And I think sometimes we tend to think of God as being very legalistic, and He's just waiting for us to mess up so He can punish us. And that's not who God is. Yes, God is a God of justice, and He will judge sin. But He doesn't take pleasure in that. In fact, the word hell in the Old Testament actually means a place of torment. A place where people are tormented because they're separated from God. And God's not a God who wants to send people to hell. He doesn't. In fact, He sent His only begotten Son to rescue us from hell. So what is the big picture here? The big picture is this, that God is a God of love. His character is love. And He loves to bless people. And the problem is not that God is not willing to bless you. The problem is not that God doesn't want to bless you. The problem is that you may be looking at Him through a lens of sin. So you see? If you look through a lens of sin, everything will look sinful. And that's why it's important to have a relationship with Jesus, because Jesus paid the price for your sin, so that you can be forgiven of your sin, so that you could see God for who He really is, so that you could experience His love the way that it was intended to be experienced.